It's episode 18. We're talking Eva's wedding, Shamari's drunk, Greg's back from the hospital, NeNe's acting cray-cray. Tune in.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, I'm just having music.
I know. I want to turn up right for 1 second.
Oh, well, we can turn up, definitely. We got a little thing going around the table that we're not going to show you guys. I'm just kidding. It is episode 18. Welcome to AfterBuzz Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show. I am your host, Hollywood Lian.
And I'm Miscommunication Piece. I'm just trying to get his turn. It's Shamari. Yeah. She's always lit every episode.
Hi, it's Drew Jones. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get
As
lit.
the Irish person on the panel. You know.
Okay.
Are you?
I'm Jamaican and Irish,
Ooh,
yeah.
I like it.
That's the two.
Cool. What's up, party people? I'm Erika Edwards, the black person on the panel.
Black too. But I'm
Kiss
trying to
me.
get lit though.
Caribbean. I'm Antiguan, and like,
We're
Come
all
on, 23 and
We're
me.
all from the islands, darling. We're all
Yes,
from the
yes.
south. We're all from the below. It's Eva's wedding. It's Sunday. We're ready to get turned. We're going to get started. We have a lot of things to do tonight. We have a lot of tweets to talk about. We have some news because this is just getting crazy. It's all seeping in. We have so much to talk about. Kiss me, I'm Irish. Happy St. Patty's Day. I'm not really Irish, but yeah, let's open up at Swag Boutique.
Yeah.
NeNe's a small.
Is she? What?
I think she's a small, like in the women's sizes, because you know they have like juniors, and then they have misses, and then they have
Okay.
women.
All right.
So
I don't
maybe in the
know. I don't
grown women
know.
section.
I don't see nothing small on there.
She's
The boobs.
she's a
the
small,
booty.
but she does seem big boned.
Yeah, I was
I
saying,
mean-
I didn't want my face expression to come off like calling her big, because like I don't have room to talk. I was just saying she got some tiggo bitties and a dong.
She doesn't have a small
Well, I guess it's
body.
like if it's stretchy material, like, you know, she was saying it stretches all the way, so.
Yeah, like
that's
I
fine.
don't think she's fat at all.
No.
But I do think no, I'm serious, because like I got jiggles, so she does not have jiggles, but she does seem like a taller. Like when I say big boned, I really am serious. Like
thick.
she does seem like she's a little
She's
bit
thick,
thicker.
and at
yeah.
least she got some employees that are supporting her. They're
Yes.
telling her to eat and be healthy. And yeah, girl, you are small.
I know, but it was ironic the size of the person that told her that. I was like,
She would be
But
great.
then she's getting
exactly.
promo for her store. Shoot, that ain't small.
and then
That's a big
Shamari,
deal.
the negative size 0, comes in. Like,
Well, she
okay.
came in to say sorry. At least she came in with good intention. She came to say, I'm sorry that I puked on you. I'm sorry that I puked in the bathroom. NeNe's like, it's fine. The maid cleaned it up. I'm sending you the bill. NeNe wants to recall what happened. And we still don't see anything. We see a little bit more, but not everything. I want to know why. Why can't we see Porsha's belt getting ripped off? Because we still see that little clip at the end. Bravo was still letting us know, like, because didn't you guys think that clip, that extra clip they showed us at the top of the show was a little bit more dramatic than we thought it was going to be? I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
But there wasn't that much screaming. It wasn't that chaotic. I don't know. Why can't we see the footage?
Well, I think it was more the crew. I mean, Porsha might have been a casualty in the middle of everything, but I don't think that
Totes.
But
Totes.
there is an interview that Kandi did in this episode where she says, you know, that NeNe, talking about the situation, she's like, you know, NeNe's pulling shirts off, and she almost starts to be like, say something else when she goes, you know, and other things escalated. And I feel like she was kind of alluding to the Porsha thing.
And even Porsha was
alright.
saying she hit somebody, but she wouldn't say. She just kept saying somebody. So it wasn't Porsha if she kept saying somebody.
NeNe's worried about energy. She wants Ronnie at the wedding to be her date, but he's going to be on tour. I thought that was kind of cute. She was like, you know, I
Yeah,
want to
that
jump
was
in
cute.
there. You know, Greg is back from the hospital, but obviously, like, things aren't great. And she's projecting, and we've obviously are seeing this play throughout the season. And you would think tonight would be the season finale, but Eva didn't give us that much to give us a season finale, because we still got a couple more episodes to go, y'all.
Yeah.
So we still need to get into it. The one thing we need to realize is potatoes are life.
Yeah.
And that's what I like that Eva said.
Well, one thing I'm trying to figure out is why Shamari's always dateless. I feel like that is what's making her go overboard with the drinking because
There's no one there to say calm down.
her man.
I mean, I kind of like the fact that, you know what I mean? I think it's kind of realistic because given how people's contracts were and how many musicians and artists from the 90s were absolutely bankrupt, I'm sure realistically he does have to hustle to keep their money up.
Absolutely.
So I
And-
appreciate that he's out there trying to make some money.
Exactly.
Because he has like toddlers that they spent $50K on their birthday parties for, whatever that was.
Man.
So,
$1,000 birthday cakes.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
so let's move on. Potatoes are life is what I was saying because we're seeing the bridal shower and Eva's mom is there with her and her family's there and everyone's getting dolled up and Eva gives her mom a little personalized hanky. And so it's going to start to come out. There's someone talking about Eva very close. She's saying everything we're seeing on the show is a big facade. She's renting out property. She's renting out places that she can't afford. She's trying to showcase this wedding, but I don't know. Is she spending too much money? What if she doesn't get a peach next season? This is something really interesting that we need to think about. Also, Eva's dad is sick, and her mom takes care of him. We're not comparing. It's just different. 7 years caretaker, 7 months. I'm just kidding.
But I mean,
Yeah, her mom and her dad are in a different place, I think, than NeNe and Greg because one, I don't think he's they don't
He's
have the
not
same
that sick
dynamic.
as Greg.
Yeah.
He's not that sick as Greg, right?
But no, he is, but he doesn't
It's
have the
different.
speech.
It's
You know,
different,
something
though. They
wrong
have
with his
different
speech.
things.
but
Yeah.
but if you think about it, Eva's mom and dad, her dad can't like make cohesive sentences and stuff. Like it's almost like having a completely different person that you're married to. I feel like for her to show that patience and grace, mind you, we don't get to see it 24/7. We kind of just saw a short little clip. But I just feel like her energy about her husband is a lot different than NeNe, who still has her husband technically.
Yeah.
Grumpy, yes, but he's still Greg.
Well, I think, he's
also-
more. I'm sorry, he's more calm than Greg is. Like he still have a positive demeanor.
He doesn't have a demeanor. He's
well, I think also they're not on the
person.
show. We have no idea. We've been
Yeah.
watching NeNe
Exactly.
and Greg for 10 years, so I
That's
don't
very
think you can
true.
really make any comparison
Absolutely
from
not.
a clip. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, of course they're going to show a cute clip. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you?
I totally said we're comparing. It's just different. I said we're not comparing. It's different. I threw the 7 years, 7 minute thing just to be funny, but we really can't compare. It's two different things. It's two different scenarios, and one's on TV and one's on not. So, yeah, it's totally different. But what we can agree on is
Well,
that.
excuse me. Sorry, I will say this
Yeah,
too. Like, I
please.
have a lot of friends who are taking care of parents with dementia and all this other stuff, and they definitely have a lot of those angry moments. So, so I'm sure her mom gets frustrated
Yeah,
with
of
her
course.
dad.
That's real.
Like, the same way. But as we said, like her dad can't speak, to the length that Greg has, and also like we just haven't seen it. So I'm sure it's happened though.
Totally. I can see the anger thing. Like, this is something really deep and something that we don't know about. And until you're in that situation, you're never going to understand the emotions that people are feeling. Like, I could never even imagine, and I hope I don't ever have to get to that point. So my sympathy does go out. Let's keep it a little bit more light. Shamari calls NeNe because she's like, what's happening? Like, are we going? Or do you want to go? She's trying to seem like, she doesn't really want to go. But she's supposed to give the speech. So she's like, I'm going to call Tanya because I might need a ride.
And a drinking buddy.
Yeah. This kind of aggravated me because I understand that you're going through something, but this is Eva's big day. And Eva is normally over dramatic and whatever, like blase blase. But this is Eva's one big day. Your wedding day is like the day it really gets to be all about you. And I understand NeNe's going through a lot. But it's just like, you agreed to this, you know?
She went.
She went, but just like the dramatics of like, oh, I'm not going to, because we heard it multiple times throughout the episode.
We had to tell you to come.
But you gotta think about it. If you're arguing with your husband and then you have to go into this environment where it's all about love and you gotta see all this mushy
It's
stuff.
hard.
Yeah, it's hard. So I kind of feel her, but I also feel that the show must go on. And
I was just gonna say that.
And if you don't have a feeling, what are you gonna do? So I'm glad she was able to like suck it up and put on this.
Well,
speech.
Tanya, of course, she's ready to be a housewife, so she's like, I will definitely give you a ride.
Camera time.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about her being so desperado because
Thirsty.
she was giving me good energy.
Every week she's thirsty.
If I wanted to go to a party, I mean, I would not want to roll with NeNe at this moment in time. I would probably want to roll with Tanya, who's lighthearted and giving us good energy. I know she's a little thirsty. She's kind of like that little brother that keeps wanting to hang out with you, and you're like, go away, geez.
Tanya is
you're
like
not
the
part of
girl you
clique.
call when your girlfriend can't come to the party. That's what Tanya is. Like,
Well, that's what Shamari did. She called her
Exactly.
because she's like,
the
NeNe.
person I like can't make it, so can you drive, girl?
At least she's not like maliciously thirsty.
Exactly.
She just wants
Yeah.
to be liked. And
You know what? And
she's
everyone
thirsty.
does. At the end of the day, we all just want to be accepted and loved and plowed,
thirsty,
you know?
thirsty.
not plowed, child.
Honey, we all need to be plowed once in a while.
I mean, I think the issue I have with her isn't so much that she, like, everybody wants to get their bag and wants to, get a peach. But to me, I feel like she's so desperate, she's not authentic. So that's why I have an issue with it. It's like, we're not really going to see how she is. We're just getting to see it feels like what she's portraying. Maybe this is really her, but she seems fake.
Well, right now,
really her.
she's just a friend of the show. We haven't really dove into her life. Like, we haven't found out her childhood story. We haven't found out her trials and tribulations yet. And I'm not sure we really want to yet. Like, right now, this season
don't.
is really... This season is like has so much drama right now. We're dealing with NeNe projecting all of her anger on all of the castmates. We're just trying to get through the fire, Lord. Lord help us. Jesus
Yes.
fix it. Phaedra, come back, please.
Right. One thing I can say is Eva's very calm throughout this whole thing. She's not being a bridezilla, and she's just, enjoying her day of pampering.
Well, she's had her breakdowns, and I think it's because of financial security. Like, I really think there is something to this finance thing. I mean, she did just come from America's Next Top Model and some modeling gigs. Like, I don't see that really equating to a lifestyle that the Real Housewives of Atlanta have. Like,
And it wasn't,
Cynthia
she didn't just come. America's Top Model was like 10 years ago.
I was in middle school
Exactly.
when
I mean,
that happened.
exactly.
That money's gone.
It's not even like New Top Model. New Top
Right.
Model, they're probably getting what Eva got for winning the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because reality TV pays really well now, but back in the day, they were
Right.
getting nothing but like $1.08 for 8 hours. So let's not get it twisted. So I really feel like there is something to this financial thing, and we're going to get down to it. We're going to get down into the dirty of it. We're going to get shady up in here because this is what's happening. I've been finding out all this stuff about the blogs, and it's now seeping into the show. So it's really interesting. I feel like there's so many narcs out there, or what do you call it? Not narcs. That's not the right word. What do you call it when someone is out there leaking stuff all the time?
A rat.
Someone close to the family.
Exactly.
Someone that's in every magazine.
Once-
An insider says.
One close source
The,
says.
the hood just jumped out of me for a second.
Okay.
A rat.
Well, everyone's getting ready, and Candy's doing some comparing. $1,000 a plate. This better be some Taj Mahal stuff, because I had lions, I had a concert, and it still wasn't $1,000 a plate. But Kandi, we all know you a hustler, and I know you're a good bargain hunter. I know the Candy Factory is like, you will give us that.
I love the fact that
price.
she had Belle Biv DeVoe. I was like, yes.
But here's the
Bring
thing:
it to the show.
if you're low on cash, you should be learning those bartering skills yourself instead of spending money that you don't have, and you got to move and you got to do all this stuff. You got 2 kids, girl. Get
$1,000
together.
a plate.
I'm trying to figure out because I've been in my fair share of weddings.
Me too.
And I've been in my fair share. Like I have homegirls who like married up, honey. Like money was not, on the table.
That's
But
excessive.
yeah, I'm still trying to because like I'm thinking like my friend spent like
She
couple
got
like
ripped
300
off.
for. I'm like, how do you get to
How about she
1,000?
got not
ripped
telling
off.
the truth?
I didn't see no lobster.
Exactly.
I didn't see
It was,
like
crab
short, it
legs.
was short ribs and chicken breast.
And
I'm
you-
like,
oh my God.
That was
First-
not $1,000.
chicken and short ribs. That's not expensive.
no, that's something that's like shotgun wedding.
Like I want
Like,
Kobe
expensive.
beef sliced at the table. Like I
Right.
want lobster. I
want
want crab
hibachi.
legs. I want a
Shrimp
buffet.
cocktail.
Like
Right.
yeah. Like
I want an open bar.
thank you. I want
champagne.
foie
Yeah.
gras,
Now,
sliders.
maybe
like,
it was for the bar because it's a lot of people.
No, I'm
if
sure
she
they had an
if
open
she-
bar.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's the cost, really.
No,
if
because
she had
you know
really
what?
high end liquor and all those people,
It's really
and it was
easy.
open all
No,
night.
I don't even think so. It's really easy to get sponsored by a liquor company when you're doing reality
Well,
TV.
yeah.
I'm telling you, I feel like she really did have a lot of help. This is like her only story right here is the wedding.
I feel like she didn't spend that much money, and that's just
That's
the
true. It could be
exaggeration.
fabricated.
Yeah.
It was a very beautiful wedding, though, so I also
Yeah.
could possibly believe
I don't
that.
know why she said $1,000 a plate. Girl, please, go
My
buy.
issue
No.
with her is not so much that it's $1,000 a plate. It's that, like, why would you say that? The same way she talked about the price of her shoes. It's like she's too new money.
Exactly. Stop it.
It's like if you have money, then you don't have to constantly tell us the price of everything.
No, you hit it on the ground.
That's
New
what
money.
lead me to believe that she might really be struggling because she talks about the money and the price of things
You
constantly.
hit it
every
right
episode.
on the head. New money. We've all seen Titanic. All right, let's move on. Cynthia's throwing a little bit of shade. I don't know if you guys caught it throughout the episode. Even though she's defending NeNe, she's definitely also holding her account. And I really feel like she's given her a little bit of shade. Invasion of Privacy is not just an album that Cardi B put out. This is the theme of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She is saying, don't tell me how to act in my own house, y'all. Candy's like, yeah, it was shady. I waited 2 days to text, but it wasn't enough. NeNe had found out that Marlo had lunch with the girls, so she's like, spill the tea. And you know Marlo spilled it in a way that was gonna paint the girls a certain way. So Kandi and Porsha were like, we need to settle this. But before they could, NeNe called Kandi and was like, what up, boo? Catch me outside. Like, let's talk about it. You know, she definitely wasn't happy. Marlo stirred it up because that's what she does. This is her job.
But this is my issue with the situation because Marlo claims that she's so close to NeNe and they're such good friends. If you're such a good friend, why are you putting your friend in this situation where she feels more emotionally vulnerable? She's getting upset. Like, if you know the situation the way you claim you know it, why are you mixing up words and why are you painting this picture that wasn't really happening?
I don't think she knows any other way to be. Like, she just is messy, and she
these are-
even when she went and got NeNe, it was like, no, you guys are saying
come to the bathroom.
Yeah, like, why would you go get NeNe
But
in the middle of the wedding
Schmarlo.
for this argument to happen? That was messy.
But
It
these are
was messy.
grown. Like these, it's not like they're 20 something. It's not even like they're early 30 something. Like, these are grown ass women, and I just it's getting to the point with like Marlo and NeNe and stuff where it's like I can't accept like this is just who they are. Like, I just feel like you have to hold yourself accountable on some end because you're like, well, not Marlo, but NeNe, you're a mother, you're a grandmother at this point. Marlo, you're
Too
there.
bad we don't see those kids on there
You're there.
I don't
anymore.
know. I just
Grandma.
I think NeNe is right in this
Hold on,
scenario.
Erika, I want to get your thoughts on
Well,
this.
okay, one, I guess I do feel differently because to me, I mean, I know she phrased it in whatever way, but point blank, if you're talking about NeNe in front of Marlo, you should expect her to carry it back because that's her friend. And to me, I see what you're saying as far as, I don't know if she said it in a way to incite her or not incite her because we didn't see a clip of it, but that's her friend and it's on TV. So if I were to, at the end of the season, see that you sitting up there with these two people and they said something crazy about me and Portia's kind of halfway acting like I attacked her and you didn't come back and tell me, then yeah, I'm going to look at you crazy.
Yeah, but Marlo is like NeNe's little pet, though. You know
And
what I
they
mean?
know that. So anything they say in front of Marlo, they should expect her to carry it back and leave it there.
But Marlo, before Kandi and Porsha could even speak to NeNe, Marlo prefaced it with, again, I'm not good at remembering things, but I did hit the main points. Like, she was like almost like, girl, don't
To
hold
me,
what
I think that was her way of being like, okay, I didn't mean to cause any drama, but this is how
No, she
I
did
see
mean to cause it.
I
Please.
don't have faith in Marlo's intentions
Well,
whatsoever.
the fairy tale has started, and
True.
let's see some of these outfits. I mean, NeNe shows up wearing two colors with two personalities. We start walking down the aisle. Funny thing about weddings, you end up thinking about yourself. Like, you really do. You're there to celebrate other people's love, but you can't help but think about it. So Bravo, of course, little shady asses over there, just gave us a montage. Back and forth. NeNe's wedding, Eva's wedding, NeNe's wedding.
See,
Eva's
I thought that
wedding.
was great. Shout out to the producers. You deserve an Emmy. I loved that because I was kind of getting bored, but you had some good clips right in there to spice it up. So I liked that
Exactly.
part.
And you know what? Also, you know who else deserves an Emmy? Us. I'm just kidding. Here at AfterBuzz TV, because we work so hard for you guys, make sure to subscribe to one or two of our channels. Shout out in the comments. Let us know that you subscribed, and we will let you guys have a little shout out on the air because we're the ESPN of
She's so cute. Also, she is Kevin Gates' twin. They are never going to be able to.
Very good.
I think he wrote his.
I think he wrote his, but hers, I thought his was stronger than hers.
His was better written, which is why I was like, I was like, yeah, the same person be writing your speeches wrote that.
Sometimes it's hard to articulate your love. You just gotta love.
I love
How do you articulate it? Do you show it? You know you don't show it. We know about you.
I love you, bitch. I ain't never gonna
Convo
stop
needs to be
loving
taken out, everyone. So make sure to slide into her DMs.
Oh, yeah.
It goes down in the DM.
Oh, yeah.
Don't expect anything though.
Yeah.
No, that's right. It's gonna be a cold
It's a
night.
one-sided, but
It'll be
do
a
it.
cold winter night.
Yeah.
Hashtag chastity belt. Well, I mean, I think Bravo was trying to get us worked up. I know they were trying to build up NeNe's emotions. I know Marlo was like holding her and touching her. Like, girl, stop trying to make me cry. Like, Marlo is so
Exactly.
messy.
Marlo, you smart girl, because she makes herself like important to Real Housewives producers
Oh,
because she
God.
gets the emotion, because she knows NeNe, like, there's moments when you're having such a bad day that if one of your friends hugs you, like, you just like lose it. And Marlo was like, girl, I'm gonna hug you till you cry.
Girl.
That's messy.
Whatever. Give her the peach.
She said she wants support. It's just like, how do you want
Erika wants us to get
support?
messy.
Just like Kandi and Porsha was saying when NeNe kept saying, support me, support me. They're like,
She
what,
doesn't
what
want
do
you
you want
coming
me
up
to
to her
do?
drunk saying, I'm here for you.
But you're saying don't
she
hug
don't
her.
want.
What do you want her to do?
No, I'm not saying don't hug her. I'm saying Marlo knew it. It's like if someone built a card castle on this table, Marlo's sitting there poking the bottom
No,
card.
it's like saying, please, I don't want to talk about it. It's going to make me cry. And you're like, I
Let's
know.
talk about it.
Let me hug you real quick and just say, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to make me cry?
It's being
Right.
as vague about
Right.
the situation as possible, but knowing the exact trigger words to say.
Well,
Right.
bam, we're triggered. And she says, separating, NeNe's done taking it. She says, I'm done taking it, literally. Like, I'm done me being the bad guy. Like, Greg is out there just being silent and having everybody bash me. Everybody on the internet is just making me feel like I'm the bad one, and no one is taking my side. Like, I just want to be supported. Like, literally, in life, online with you guys, like, I don't feel like I have anybody on my side. I know he's the one sick, but geez, like, there's only so much a bitch can take. This is what she's saying, basically. The boys are gathering while the girls are going to the bathroom, and NeNe knows where this is going. She says, oh, God, Lord, child, we got to do this at the wedding. All right. Montages, hands on people, aggressive talk, drama talk. She just wants love and support. What do we think?
This is what I think. Greg is not looking at the internet right now. He's having cancer. So is he
Are
going
you
to
sure?
the...
I've seen him post some pictures with some hats talking about support me and I can support you guys and stuff. Like, he's trying to be
I mean,
a little...
if you're sick, are you really scrolling Instagram like that? You might post a picture to make yourself, feel better or get the support or whatever. But do you think he's really looking at comments and seeing people bashing?
But it's
me?
happening, though. People are talking really bad about NeNe.
They might be, but is he paying attention to it? He's sick.
Well, she's probably telling him, look, everyone is hating on me, including you. You're being so freaking mean to me. I don't know. I want to talk about both sides here. Like, what if behind closed doors, someone that everyone is perceiving to be super sweet and nice and like sick, so there's all this empathy, is being a freaking devil to you behind closed doors? Let's talk about both sides.
Yes.
Let's not just... I know we're going to jump on NeNe eventually. But let's just talk about the other side real quickly, just for a quick second. Like, what if Greg is being so freaking horrible? What would you do?
I would, I'm not married. I don't have kids. I have no, moral. I'm not relying on anyone but, like, my cat. So, whatever. I can't relate to NeNe completely. But I'm just the type, like, if I'm not wanted or if I'm not being appreciated, I walk away from a situation. I don't care if we're in a long relationship. I don't care if you my mama. If I'm not being appreciated, I take a step back. And I feel like that's what she should have done.
Well,
Everyone in the chat is like, go ahead and bash NeNe already. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, here's the thing I would say too before we bash NeNe. She's she's saying with the internet or whatever, but to me, it's not just Greg. It's clear. I mean, I hate to be like this because it's the show, but it's clearly the producers. This is her storyline. So to me, I feel like obviously they've edited it. So they could be in there and they could have shown Greg looking like a jerk if they chose to, and I feel like they've chosen it to go a certain way because this gets us engaged into the story. So unfortunately, it's hard on NeNe, but I think it's the nature of the beast in reality TV.
I think she should get a caregiver, a professional caregiver, and then that way he could be taken care of. She can have a break, and they can still have the relationship. I think that would help.
It might be too late. There is reports of Greg moving out, but you're gonna have to stay tuned
I know, for the news
and gossip section is gonna be lit. All right,
so much
let's
to
start
say.
bashing NeNe. I'm just kidding.
I like NeNe and what she's doing.
Before we talk about that, can we just talk about that freaking ass full of face that Marlo got when Porsha bent over?
What a
that was a
dream.
lot of ass.
Yes.
A lot of ass.
Her ass is the size of 2 of Marlo's heads.
And it was right
I
there.
just want to take a nap on it. So I'm like Marlo, count
Would you
your
dive
blessings.
into that ass?
I would. Count your blessings, Marlo. Not while she's pregnant, but like, what's up afterwards? You know?
Yes.
Well, Eva's
Baby
saying,
got extra back.
Eva's saying adoption at heart, but it's not official. Shamari's drunk as usual. I mean, it's a party. What's the problem?
Shamari is an alcoholic.
There's nothing wrong with being drunk if you're a fun drunk, but her drunk is annoying. Are
Okay,
you
if you're drunk every
okay?
episode, that's her storyline.
I know,
Drinking,
like if she would have just gotten
over it.
wasted at the wedding, would have like, it's a wedding. Of course she was wasted. She had a great time, but she's been drunk the last 5 episodes.
Right, it's like, come on. And then, yeah.
And
it's
claim
too much.
she's not an alcoholic.
But in all fairness, she has 1-year-old twins. The first year that you have kids, because my sister has he's 10 months old, but you don't really drink your first year because you're breastfeeding and all that. And if you drink, you can't use that breast milk and blah, blah, blah. So I feel like she's turned, like now she's kind of like, I'm going to turn
It's
up.
my time.
I haven't
But she
drinking.
doesn't even know
Well, apparently
how
she
to
doesn't
hold
eat
liquor.
either.
That's what I was
Apparently.
about to say. She-
Like, girl, have some more than a piece of bread. Have some
Pre-game.
meat and some
I mean,
potatoes.
clearly she doesn't eat.
She's so
However,
skinny.
yeah, like she's very, very thin. So obviously it's
I
always
just
going
think
to be
she
an
forgets
issue.
to eat. She's like probably
Right.
that skinny kind of person that's like always like, the ones we hate.
Can't relate.
I can't relate
can't
either.
either.
That's why I said I hate those
Never
skinny
felt
bitches.
that emotion.
Yes.
All right, let's get into this whole NeNe thing. I mean, we needed a good celebration, but like Eva said, it wasn't enough for the finale. Everybody's crying, everybody's apologizing, but we see how this works out. You would have thought this would end right there, but no, we don't. We have to take it further when everything re-airs, we rehash everything. Everyone's tweeting up a storm. NeNe unfollowed everyone. There's a huge fight at the reunion. I can't wait. There's a lot to really go off of here.
Yeah.
The toast, Cynthia gave it a B+.
I think Cynthia gave it a C or a D. Like Cynthia wanted to fail her, but she was like,
What did you
she's
guys
my
think
friend
about that
and she showed up.
toast?
This is what I'm about to say about Cynthia. She's throwing shade, and
She
she knows
is.
what NeNe's going through. So why would you even?
Because she knows what
grade
NeNe's gonna
her-
do.
What are you gonna?
That's why
grade?
she's preparing herself. That's why even though she's defending NeNe, she's been throwing shade too. Because she knows this ain't gonna end well. Especially when you hold NeNe accountable. It's not gonna end well.
Right.
Well,
I agree.
Don't
And I think
do it.
if you're gonna wait for life to stop happening for you to be a nice person and for you to be like good to your friends, then like you're never gonna be a nice person and you're never gonna be good to your friends because life happens, bad things happen to good people. You have to keep pushing, and she's had months. She's been asked for months to be this person who gives a toast at Eva's wedding, and that's what you give.
It wasn't like horrible, but it wasn't NeNe. It wasn't NeNe.
She literally Googled things to say in a toast at a wedding, and she just read them straight
Fact.
off Google.
But she didn't ask for this. I mean,
Like,
what
did
if
you
she's
know-
not
like,
a good
wait.
speechwriter?
Well, no, my
She
thing
agreed
too-
to it months ago.
Right, she agreed to it months ago. However, I think this also goes back to what I said many episodes ago with Eva sort of not really having a truly authentic attachment or relationship with NeNe. Because Eva asked her to do it, but it was kind of weird because you've been married a long, like what, you know what I'm saying? So she gave a toast that seemed like she barely knew them. And not saying she doesn't barely
She
know them.
does
but
barely know them.
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't have the relationship that Eva kind of wanted it to be. And so NeNe didn't fake it. She's just like, all right, well, this is the toast I would give to anybody getting married.
Exactly.
And that's how it came across.
It was
to
very
me.
basic.
It was very
And for
basic.
someone who calls himself like a host and like a comedian and blah
Fake it
blah blah.
up.
Yeah, who's
I mean, she
like
could have
an
faked it.
Look
actor.
at what she's been going through for months. She's been
But-
taking care of Greg. She's been having drama.
I could have written a better toast for Eva, who I've never talked to in my entire life, in 5 minutes, and had the entire room laughing, crying, whatever. NeNe's known this girl, is friends with this girl. She could. NeNe's not dumb.
She could have faked it.
Yeah,
She
but
could have.
she-
didn't.
She did just cry up a storm in the freaking bathroom with everybody.
Okay, but she was reading off a card, so she clearly
So
wrote
she wrote
something.
it. She wrote it.
she
Yeah, that was my
was?
thing. Yeah, she read it
Yeah,
off
she
of a
read it off a
card.
card.
So that's why I did think it was going to be better. Because I was like, well, she probably wrote this like a week ago before
Yeah.
she had this fight with Greg. But then it's like, well, no, she wrote that in the car on the way to the.
I would have
with
flipped the
Greg for
dress
the whole
around
time.
and been like, y'all see this black? I'm going to turn it red now because this is my mood.
Exactly.
She just was not happy, period. And it was coming out in the speech, in her face, in her body language, in the bathroom. Like, it's not just about the bathroom situation. I feel like it was a lot of history, the bathroom situation, the Greg situation, how she's going to look, how it's played out. You know, I think Erika's onto something. The storyline is being painted a certain way. And that doesn't mean that you're not feeling what's happening while you're getting turned on the road. Like, she felt like, you know, this is gonna not be good. Like, my story is just messed up this season. It's not good. It's dark. And I'm in a dark place. So it's a dark world.
But communicate that.
Do you feel like she's jealous of Eva?
No. What is there to be jealous
No.
of?
I don't know. I'm just
No, 'cause
saying
I
the
really
way
do
that
feel
they were
like
going
Eva's
back
broke,
and forth
so no.
about.
Eva is broke. Eva is broke. Rental, like, she really kind of alluded to the rental thing right at the beginning of the episode where she was like,
Yeah.
my house can't hold everybody, so we rented a property. And, you know, it's starting to come out that that's what she's been kind of doing. I could see her living a certain kind of lifestyle, and they only film for like 4 months out of the year. You can rent a nice house for 4 months. Like, I can
Right.
see her really taking this and
Right.
taking it to the very end. But the girls aren't going to let this happen, especially Shmarlo.
Exactly. And I think if NeNe was jealous of anyone, I think in the beginning there was a little bit jealousy with Tanya or whatever. There was something kind of going on that was a little off, but like Eva, I don't think so.
Not about money, just about the happiness of her relationship, how she was glowing at the wedding, in the way it was going back and forth in the
No, I don't
montages.
think so because I think that NeNe, I think she was upset and reflecting on her own
Exactly.
marriage, but I do feel like she's well aware that you can put on a good show at a wedding and still have a
Exactly.
messed up relationship.
I mean, that's what
So
you
I
do
think,
when
know,
you go
yeah.
to weddings. It's like you end up thinking about, oh, I wonder if I'm going to get married. When I get married, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? And then you're trying to get laid and
I'm
drunk.
looking at the groomsmen at wedding. So.
Well, I was just gonna say, and then you get laid and drunk. I mean, Drew, I know
Catch the bouquet,
we on the
girl.
same page. Let's get into our tweets because we got some. I like that little tweet sound. We got some things to talk about. Y'all been talking on the internet. V Brown, this is you.
Yes, I have some tweets. Let's see. NeNe is so damn extra. She gets on my damn nerves. Such an actress and not even a good one. Watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's from Latoya Johnson at Money
I
Magnet
thought it was Latoya
837.
Jackson at
And
first.
that's my burner account.
So funny.
It was you.
I
Okay.
was like, oh my god, Latoya Jackson is talking shit about
I
NeNe.
spelled damn wrong, so you would not know it's me.
All right, Chanel Myling. She says, sometimes when I'm feeling insecure, I watch season 1 of Real Housewives of Atlanta and remind myself, I'm not ugly, I'm just broke.
Dragged. But a mood.
That's kind of like the same thing with the whole Kylie and.
I would say the Kardashian season 1 makes me feel really good about myself.
Exactly, like you just need some money. Money cleans you up.
Ooh, y'all would never
yes.
hear from me again.
Exactly. To quote Pretty Woman, it's easy to clean up when you got money.
Hello.
Yep.
And the last one I have is from Kelly K.R. Moore, 1970. Why is no one talking about NeNe thinking she could fit a small anything? We did talk about it, girl, and no smalls for NeNe.
I mean, well, here's the thing too, though. Like so many designers, like maybe she is a small in her own store.
Yeah.
There's so many
Girl, I
stores.
doubt it. I'm
where,
a small. NeNe is not my size, honey.
No, what I'm saying, like for real, certain places you go to, it'll be like a 6 is like one thing, and then it's really an 8 or a 10
That's
in
true.
a different designer.
Well, what about at the dinosaur store? The smallest at the dinosaur store is going to be a small. I'm not saying Nina's a dinosaur, but at her store, she has her version of
We
small.
are not going to call
Her-
NeNe a
thank
dinosaur.
you, thank
honey.
you. She's not a dinosaur, but
No,
she might
she's-
be a small in her own boutique.
I didn't say she was a dinosaur. If I was going to like describe her, it would be more like Amazonian kind of like. She's tall. She's
Yeah, she's thick. She's thick.
She beautiful.
She's thick, yes.
Let's move on to news and gossip.
Ooh, All right, so there's so much going on, and we'll kind of just talk about it. So one of the things that I did get an article on was that Robin Givens is thinking about coming, or they're, the word on the street is Robin. Now she would set it off. I mean,
my God!
if they brought Robin, Kenya, and Phaedra, set it off. That would be an amazing cast right there.
That would be like an actual fight.
Thank you.
Robin Givens actually fights.
Thank you. And then let Ghetto Marlo come in and throw in a few punches. That would be good TV. So I totally hope that she does. So some other sort of news things that I've heard along the way is the whole thing with NeNe unfollowing people and all this other stuff. So NeNe, so at some point she said that she actually never followed Andy to begin with. So.
That was so shady. She was like, I unfollowed everybody. Yeah, but I never even followed Andy, so y'all need to quit exaggerating.
Right, exactly. So that was funny. Oh, and one thing,
Andy replied with a little like emoji face, like,
Why are we still even talking about this? Like,
I know.
Who cares? Then one thing she did, we can't show video anymore, but one thing NeNe did respond to as far as the fighting with Porsha, the video that we saw where she was like, she said it was actually Porsha, Kandi, Marlo, and Cynthia and her in that closet. So she wasn't clear how she could have even have touched Porsha. And I was really confused because if it's all 5 of them plus the cameraman, I mean, that's really congested.
I mean, I want to see the footage. I don't
That's
believe
why I was
anything.
Porsha was touched by NeNe, like how they're
You've been
trying
touched
to
by
portray
an angel.
You've been touched by an angel, girl.
And then another small thing I have before we get into some other stuff is since Eva talked about the adoption of Marley or whatever recently, like I want to say this week, Kevin McCall had another sort of crazy rant on Instagram about his daughters, one of which is Marley, and he misses her, and so he's still like, I don't know, a crackhead or whatever he's going through. And
Well, Eva was definitely trying to paint out what's his face to
like
be
as
dad.
the dad. So that's why when even
That's
made
his
me
dad.
think
That's her dad.
That even made me think about it. 'cause
She
he was
called him
just-
daddy.
Not
Yeah.
official,
Instagram,
but in her heart.
Yeah, I think he's more mentally ill than drugs.
I'm like, when it comes down to like the law, though, the heart thing ain't gonna help. It's gonna be like black and white. You know, you got to adopt her or not.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing. There's so much news. Oh my God. And then another thing was out there that NeNe, that Greg might be moving out.
Oh, he did
Or
move out.
Yeah, that
That's
was on
what
the
I
show,
was like.
right?
I heard he moved out.
There's reports that
Yeah.
he has moved out, that they are officially separated, and it's.
And she has a boyfriend.
Y'all are killing me in the chat tonight. You guys are hilarious. And first of all, Robin Givens, that's Mike Tyson's ex.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's gonna bring
And
drama for
she
sure.
was also in Chicago. Y'all,
Yeah.
come on. Y'all
Put some
can't come from
respect
me.
on
I
Robin's
freaking
name.
know my
I
pop
think,
culture, okay?
Robin and Kenya would be perfect on the show together.
Listen,
Oh.
I pray.
Robin Givens is already crazy. Like every day. She's been crazy since the 90s.
I have a little bit of Instagram news. Like the Real Housewives account was trying to talk about NeNe responding in an Instagram video to Porsha and all the allegations and everything.
Right.
And so the site was reposting the video, and they weren't tagging the women, they were just hashtagging it. But then someone tagged Cynthia, so she tagged her Cynthia Bailey eyewear. She's like, y'all gonna plug me? Plug my eyewear. So
that's
Porsha
right.
responded, I can't breathe, Cynthia Bailey eyewear. You are hysterical. You're gonna make me go into labor. Which makes me pose the question, when did Cynthia get a, sense of humor?
I always thought Cynthia was
I'm
funny.
just kidding. She
I
got
always thought she tried.
exactly.
All right, let's get into the vows that Eva Marcille gave to her husband, because we just talked about like whose vows were better, right? So People Magazine, basically, they're just saying how they wrote their own vows and they want us to hear it. Michael, you're my safe place. In a world that's often disappointing.
Girl, we
you
heard
give
it
me
on the
hope.
show.
I know, but I'm just saying.
They
I
were
want to know
well
what-
written.
We heard it on the show.
Whoever Eva hired, she needed her money back because he did not do that great of a job.
And People Magazine, what is wrong with you guys reposting the vows? We saw it on the show.
I'm like,
Y'all weird.
People Magazine, why don't you go interview Jordan Woods again? Do something. Did they interview her?
They can't even get Jordan Woods. That was Jada who got
That
her.
was the good sis Jada.
Right.
gosh.
Red table talk, y'all.
All right, let's do some quick predictions. That's what we can talk about
Yes.
next. And I mean, we got a couple more episodes. We got the reunion. We got the unfollowing thing. What do we predict that the final episodes are going to be about? And what do we predict that we're going to see at the reunions?
Your AfterBuzz
All right.
TV
So for me, I think we're
predictions.
gonna see the fallout between NeNe and Cynthia, because clearly something's happened that we don't know about, and I think this whole thing with the person spreading these rumors is really gonna break up the fake relationship that Eva and NeNe have as well. Because I don't really think they have anything there, but it's gonna be a blowout to pretend that they're no longer.
Oh,
there.
thank you for thinking of me that way. I want you to do my speech. Oh, thank you for thinking of me that way.
Even though you didn't invite me to the bridal to your bridal shower, your
That's why she
bachelor
gave her
party.
Oh, I
B-list.
wanted my young friends there.
Thank you.
Right.
I
That's
want-
why she gave her B-list speech.
Thank you.
Because
I
she's
wanted-
like, I wasn't totally all in there.
Thank you.
I agree. I think we're gonna see NeNe like kind of blow up, and then I want to see what, because at this point, Kandi and Porsha are like kikiing hardcore, and I want to see like what made the switch. Like, was it just from watching the episodes? Because I feel like on Twitter and stuff, like they really had Twitter fingers in the beginning of the
Totally.
season. So I don't know if it's
enemy of my friend is my friend.
so I don't know if something happened at the end of the season or if it's just from watching the episodes and getting mad again, but I feel like something had to have happened because they really went hard at the beginning of the season on Twitter.
Yeah, I definitely think the rumors are true about Eva. She rolls off in her Jeep, and yeah.
Jeeps are dependable.
And Jeeps are like $25,000.
Okay, we need a
Until it gets
Maserati, a
repossessed.
Bentley, something.
All right, well, I'm going to predict that it's all going to come out. NeNe's going to get even nastier than we've ever seen her. And she's going to be so nasty and so rude. And I said what I said. And you guys in the chat, I really love you guys. Film Raider, Joseph, Holly, Scott, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. Make sure to keep up with us on our Instagram. I'm your host, Hollywood Lian. You can find me on all the social media platforms. Make sure to stalk me. I have some stuff coming out. I promise. I promise.
All right, make sure you check me out on Instagram, Miss MISS Conversation Piece, or you can follow me on the other shows that I do, Love and Hip Hop, and also.
Your Insta's been on fire lately.
What?
You said your Insta's been on fire lately.
Make sure you follow me. Thank you guys. And you can also catch me new show, Turned Up Charlie. Check me out there.
And you guys can slide into the DMs at OKDrewJ.
Ooh.
All right, and you can find my DMs at Erika, ERIKA, as in Dora Edwards, on all my social media.
Guys,
These DMs are
slide into
open.
my message requests. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.